All right, welcome to episode 11 of Chewing Fat.
Yeah, right off the bat, Wendy, give me your biggest takeaway from the last 30 days. I'd love to hear from you and what amazing, incredible, awarding event did you experience?
Yes. Yeah, so I was honored by the International Women Entrepreneurial Council as one of their 2022 awardees, which was an incredible experience. It's a really amazing global organization. I was nominated by Sunita from Fortis Lux. And so that was, part one. And then as like a bonus, they asked me to MC the event. And so it was in Madrid. It was the 15th anniversary, and it represents women from over 41 countries. And so my biggest takeaway was just being with this amazing group of, I'll just bundle everyone together and call them greatness, because it was just such an incredible mix of cultures, businesses, sizes, and, I just was very humbled and honored to be part of the group, and then to have the opportunity to kind of be the host and listen through that lens was a new experience for me. And I really enjoyed it. And I just, walked away feeling so much gratitude, appreciation for, being an American in many ways, because some of these women from other countries where women are just not as supported as much, maybe like humanity is not as supported as much, and businesses in particular, entrepreneurship, it's not like an easy plight. Sometimes governments, just take money out of your account or change things. And so I heard a lot of stories, but what was great about all of the stories was, none of these women kind of come off as victims or complaining. It's just like, that's how it is. And they make stuff happen. And so I just felt very, very grateful and continue to feel grateful as I have now forged all these new relationships with women from all over, and just kind of, learning more. And there's just like a lot of support within the organization as well, which is different from a lot of organizations I'm involved in, where it's not encouraged to kind of do business together, which I think, has pros and cons, where this organization, it's very encouraged. And I can just see the benefit that the women bring to each other.
That's amazing. I know as an active participant in the background,
you were a huge part of it.
We are all very excited for you. And it was so nice to know that all of us that love you so much, you were able to get some praise from outside just to reconfirm that we're all right, that you are awesome.
Yes.
So that's for sure.
For
me, my biggest takeaway over the last 30 days was something I've been really trying to actively do, which is reject urgency. So what I mean by that is that I'm, Wendy, you know better than anyone. I'm the type of person that anytime you ask me to do something, I'm basically half done before you finish asking, right?
It's true.
So that's great in some cases, and it's also kind of like disruptive in other cases, not in a good way. So what I've been trying to actively do is reject the sense of urgency, and even if it is an urgent situation, accept that, but try to just like take it as it is, see who's responsible for it, even if it's me, see what's going on, and just get the full situation, understand the full scope of what's happening first before reacting. Not there yet, but I've been actively working towards doing better with that frame of mind. And I have noticed when I really do that, even if I'm like, oh crap, I got to do this because someone's asking for it, I just take a step back and I do a little research, figure out what's going on. If I'm doing something else, I don't drop that immediately. So I've been working on that, and I found that the result is substantially more productive. So that's
great.
My biggest takeaway.
Well, it reminds me of one of Sarah's saying, slow is smooth, smooth is fast.
Yes. That's been referenced a lot lately. I love it. That's a really good one.
I like it too.
That's fantastic. Well, hey, guess what? It is while we're recording, it is Wednesday, the 23rd. And I think I just set Siri off, hopefully. Okay. And, and tomorrow is Thanksgiving. So I thought,
Thanksgiving Eve.
yeah, I thought who better to talk to than you, Wendy, about giving gratitude beyond Thanksgiving or before Thanksgiving, unrelated to
Mhm.
Thanksgiving, and
Yes,
some of
yes.
your experiences on how to best tackle that as our monthly topic.
Yeah. So I can't remember now how many years it's been, but I was invited into a group called 90 Days of Gratitude. It's a Facebook group, and it was every day you're to post 5 things you're grateful for. You're not supposed to repeat things, and it's not supposed to be like, the typical things, my family, my health, even though, you can be grateful for those things. So I started this practice, and you're supposed to do it 90 days straight. And if you skip a day, you start over. And,
Mm.
I jumped in and I did this practice, and it really, changed my life. And like being grateful every day, noticing things to be grateful for. One, it becomes so easy because there's so many things to be grateful for. And even things that you might not have ever put in that category, when you come from a mindset of gratitude, really everything can be turned into that. And so this practice, like I mentioned, it really changed my life, and there's science behind it. You can look up, all the science behind it. But gratitude is one of the quickest ways to raise vibration for yourself. And when you raise vibration for yourself, you tend to raise it, around you. And so, Thanksgiving, really from Halloween to New Year's, has always been my like favorite time of the year. I just really enjoy this time of the year, different from, other times. And I think part of the reason is because I think in general, the vibration of, our population is higher because people, are around family more, which for many is great. I realize not for everyone. And Thanksgiving, people do tend to pause and reflect, which I think raises the vibration of humanity. But right, like imagine if we did that all of the time. And so, I just am a big believer that as soon as your feet hit the floor in the morning, pausing to think of some things you're grateful for is just such a great way to raise your vibration, raise your family's vibration, and really notice how much there is to be grateful for every day in the moment. And it's just another way, I think, too, to get present, because when you can just like, pause and look around, there's usually something amazing in your sight or in your, hearing, that you can just be like, oh, the sound of the breeze, or this beautiful flower in front of me, or even like being stuck in traffic. If you come from a sense of gratitude, you might have a chance to listen to something, have a phone conversation, or even just like look around you and notice something that you haven't noticed before. So I've continued that practice, and it's been probably, I think I might have started it in 2016. So it's been a while, but I highly recommend it as a practice to take on, just really noticing, writing down, even if it's just for your own personal use, 3 to 5 things you're grateful for. And when you can share it, because sometimes you're grateful for someone else, why not just let them know? It's just much more fun way to live.
Oh, I completely agree with that. And especially the part about letting other people know is, this is something I really try to do. I actively try to do on a regular basis myself, is just, letting people know that I appreciate them and I'm grateful for what they do, even if it's a seemingly small task. Hearing that message goes a long, long way. And it certainly has an impact in everything that you just talked about, especially with the positive vibrations that are happening right now, which is so
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
So thank you, Wendy. The next topic we want to talk about is some breaking news, which
Yes.
is really exciting. So all of you that are our beloved customers know that something that Content Bacon takes a lot of pride in is making sure that we start our relationship off with a bang and really do the homework, really work with you to understand who you are and come up with a game plan that sets you up for winning, right off the bat. That month zero effort that we put in, putting together that content strategy and really understanding how are we going to tackle your audience, speak in your tone and make it sound like your brand, your voice, etc. And so we thought, how can we elevate this? Wendy, take it from here.
Yeah, well, we created a standalone offering called ContentBacon's Content Strategy and Roadmap, 12-month content strategy and roadmap. So for, as Jason mentioned, for all of you, our customers, that's just part of our offering. That's, what happens when we kick off a relationship with you. And then ongoingly, as we work together, we're constantly updating that and refining it to reflect your goals, what's going on in your operation. But now for potential companies that may not be ready to embark on a subscription and may just need help with that strategy and roadmap so that they can implement it, because that is often a big barrier to people doing their own content is, well, what do I do? And what do I write about? And how does this all fit? And we're now offering that as a great standalone, offering. So we're sharing this with you because maybe you have another business that you want this for. Maybe you have a friend that's got a company that you'd love to be able to refer ContentBacon to them, but maybe they're just not ready for an ongoing subscription. Or maybe you just want to learn more about it. So we're sharing it with you so that you can help us share the word, share the wealth, share the word. And certainly any referrals that you make to us, we will make it worth your while. But we always believe that when our customers refer us, it's the best possible marketing we can do. So we're hoping that you'll have some people in your network that you'd like to share this offering with.
Absolutely. Very exciting stuff. I think this is going to be a home run for a lot of organizations that could really use this service.
Absolutely.
So that's a wrap for episode 11. We'll just do our quick recap, our biggest takeaway from this session. Kick it off, Wendy.
Yeah, I guess, it's just the gratitude conversation and, just reminding me of, maybe the being more proactive and sharing with others what I'm so grateful for, because I'm really good at doing it, but I don't know that I am proactively reaching out to other people saying, hey, I was doing my gratitudes today and you came up in my thoughts. So I think anytime we can share more love and more, just good vibrations out there to make the world a better place, that's what I'm up to. So that's my biggest takeaway, is just a reminder and motivation to do more of that.
Awesome. I think for me, my biggest takeaway is just, I want to learn so much more about your experience in Madrid and this wonderful organization called IOEC, which is just doing really amazing things. And I think you mentioned to me a few weeks ago, or even just last week, was there's a big difference between an organization saying that they're global and truly being global.
Yeah.
And it helps remind me that, even though we all kind of operate in our little pockets, there's a whole globe out there. And there's a lot of people that could use, that we could all benefit from and help. So that's definitely my takeaway.
I love it. Well, happy Thanksgiving to you, and happy Thanksgiving to all of our customers out there celebrating. We're certainly grateful for all of you.
Amen to that. That's for sure. I can't wait to talk to all of you soon. And I hope you eat too much, laugh too much, and hug a lot.
Aw,
Take care.